Yo, yo, yo. Yo, what up, what up, what up, Jordy? What up, what up, what up, bro? How y'all doing? How you doing? Yeah, I'm just checking over these charts real quick, just seeing what's up right now. Trying to see what we can, quick little sesh real quick. Thinking about this right here. It's kind of looking pretty good right here. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get these sessions back in. I know I need some sleep, but I need to put these reps in. I need to try to get some more reps in. see. Hope y'all doing good though. Hope y'all doing good. I'm doing good too, bro. I'm doing good. I got work in a little bit, so I was gonna try to get a little bit of quick session in, and then have to go to work. Yeah, my bad, bro. Hopefully that helps a little bit. I'm not sure. Let me know if it needs to be a little bit louder. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking this could possibly be some sales or something like that. I'm kind of debating right now, but I'm kind of confused right here also. It's like I see these lows getting broken right here, and that's what this kind of was. So I'm wondering if this needs to be broken again. Yeah, this is kind of what I'm thinking right here. Because like I said, I see these lows right here getting broken. So if these lows are getting broken, I'm trying to see if this is going to be enough to push up. Yeah, gold has been rough lately, bro. It's been a little rough. But this is also what's kind of confusing me a little bit too, though, is the fact that this high has been broken right here. This high has been broken and this high has been broken, and it's almost looking like it could possibly push down to these areas right here. Yeah, there it is. It's looking like it could be pushing down. Damn. I think that might have been the move right there. Yeah, because even on this half hour, it's looking like it's pretty bearish. Yeah, I know. I seen that. That was pretty crazy, bro. on, let me check something real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to check something. Content. Let me see. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking this needs to be broken. This little area is down here. Kind of what I'm thinking though is that if that area needs to be broken, we might need to push down a little bit. I was in sales before that push and it got clapped down. I feel you, bro. I feel you. This is the one thing though that is kind of getting me right now. It's like I see everything. It looks like it wants to push down. Like this is rejected. This right here is the low right here. It's like I'm thinking this needs to push down, but I'm trying to figure out. But then look at this, is looking like it's wanting to push up now, you know, so it's kind of giving me a weird confluence kind of. Yo, what up, Jack? What up? What's up, bro? How you doing? How you doing? Oh, let me change that, Jack. Let me change that. Lego. There you go, Jack. You should be good. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's not that early. Yeah, it's already. Dang, for me, it's 12 a.m. right now. So I'm gonna be streaming hopefully for like an hour or so. And then I'm gonna go to work. Yeah, I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. I'm kind of this is kind of what I see right here, bro, is that look at, so I see these highs getting broken, right? So it kind of gives me this idea that this is what we're looking for the reversal, at least just to grab some liquidity, you know. And what I'm kind of thinking, but then this is what's kind of telling me this now too, is the fact that we broke in this low, possibly to come back up again. So it's like I'm definitely in a weird position right here, because I kind of see that as this wanting to break down lower, like coming down this way, at least maybe even to here on this higher time frame. But then on the smaller time frame is kind of telling me the same thing as possibly going up a little bit. So it's kind of got me. Yeah, I'm on the night shit. Well, for work at my normal job, I work at 5 in the morning. So I start at 5 in the morning. I work till 5 p.m. So, but for trading, yeah, I'm on the night shift for trading. Yeah, I've been telling myself I wanted to get back to streaming and stuff. I need to get back onto these charts, you know, getting some reps in, you know, at least getting some, because I've been like I was able to I was able to see this earlier. Like this was a sell I had got into. I hit like break even though, because I moved my stops a little too soon. But the idea was pretty much taking this move down. So kind of what I see here was the same thing as we're breaking these highs. This was the formation that kind of formed for us to start moving down. So I kind of see that as this being the same thing as this being a high over here, and this being all of our formation kind of breaking down. But now it's looking like we hit this low, which is possibly could be giving us the move back up. So it's kind of giving me like mixed signals right now, which is kind of reasoning why we're probably starting to range right here. But I mean, my first idea when I jumped on was that we broke these lows and I think we need to move up, but then we started going back down. So it's kind of like a weird, it's going on right now. Oh, there it is. So there's the push. Yeah, so that's where I was thinking. Like I said, at first I was thinking it's going to go up because we broke these lows, which is this little candle area right here, which is going to give us the push to go up. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking though, is that this is going to be possibly the push up, maybe to these areas right here at least. I mean, there is this wick right here also that maybe we could at least tap that wick. Yeah, bro, I'm grinding hard. So yeah. Yeah, it's a push. Yeah, so this is kind of what I'm thinking though, is that we might need to at least push up a little bit. Maybe, maybe break these into this, because this is like a range up here. So I'm thinking if we break into that range is where we could at least maybe get before we come back down, is where I'm thinking. Yeah, be right back. No worries, bro. Yeah, so let me see. I guess we could at least tap into this area. It's 56.9, pretty much 56, 23, 57 is kind of what I'm thinking. She needs to cook up a bit more. Yeah, that's where I was thinking, is that it's probably gonna, I'm thinking it could be pushing up at least, because like this was these lows that we tapped. So at least if we broke those lows, we could start, maybe pushing up that way. But yeah, like I said, I'm kind of thinking at least up to this little wick area before anything. I'm gonna see right now how this goes. Like I said, I do want to see this push, but there is no top wick on this previous candle, so we're gonna see how much it pushes. But yeah, we're gonna see right now. See if this needs to push up a little bit more. I mean, I guess it did. Like I said, it was these lows right here. I'm wondering if those could be the lows that it might have needed to tap. it did create a bottom wick. Let's see. Let's give it a little. Give it a. See if we could get that going. I do want to see that though. I want to see a little push up to these areas. Maybe even, I mean, it technically did tap that, so I mean that could be. Let's see, there it goes. Let's see, flip. Can we get a push? Let's see, it did flip. Okay, there we go. All right, some of that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There we go. There we go. Yeah, like I said, I wanted to take that. Like I said, I wanted to take this as a buy from somewhere down here. But yeah, like I said, I'm definitely waiting for these things just to play out like that, because I do understand that if it plays out the way I'm just watching the price action, then I understand I'm on the right track, so. And this was the idea was from that was this guy right here was broken. So it did get tapped, at least it got broken, and then it created a support, and then it broke these highs also. So once it did that, it was kind of a night, and there was also a wick right here. So that wick is giving me the range of where we could be at least heading to. But now, like I was saying though, is that now that one might be done, because that was the range that we were kind of looking for, which was this high. So now I'm kind of thinking, now if you go to the higher time frame, it's kind of forming. It might, actually it might need to form up here going past these highs. So if anything, this could possibly be just the push, maybe even to get back up to there. But this was the idea also, is like the same idea right here, is this is the push up after breaking these lows right here. Like I wanna which is kind of, it's like I said, it's kind of forming that same idea right here. As you can see, there's a drop, and then there's like the range, and then now we start to push up. So what I'm kind of thinking is, this is the drop, this is the range, and then now maybe possibly this could be what we probably push up with. But it's obviously a lot smaller than this one. This one's a lot bigger. But that's kind of was the, but then now I'm looking at this right here. You kind of see that we got like a rejection right there at that top wick right there. So I'm wondering, but I mean, also now I'm kind of thinking too, now I'm just kind of talking it out, where if you see this as a support or a resistance right here because of that red candle, we did technically close above it, and then we closed the red candle above it, kind of creating a respect. So this could be a bottom. There's no top wick on this 15 either, so I'm wondering if this is a bottom wick to possibly come back up, because I do think this needs to be broken. I think this little area right here, if we wanted to continue down. So if we wanted to continue down, I do think we might need to break this high at least. But no, it looks like we're pushing down, but damn. But yeah, this doesn't have no top wick yet, so I'm wondering if that could be some kind of issue. But we did break this high. This is so like I said, it's kind of giving me mixed signals, but like how you're saying, it definitely needs to cook up a little bit, I think. Because if it needs to cook up a little bit, which is why the higher time frame hasn't formed yet. So on the smaller time frame, this is all just cooking right here. So if this is just all cooking, it's probably prepping for this higher time frame move right here. But just going on a higher time frame, we do have a resistance here, and we kind of are respecting that there. Let's see. That is the one thing I'm kind of worried about. Damn, this thing is so. We did cook under there. Damn, that thing is dumping right there. But this does look like a top, like a, what do I call it? It looks like a fake out. So on a higher time frame, this could possibly be a fake out. So when you see this candle and then you see a doji and then something like that, when you go to the higher time frame, that's what creates that fake out. Which is exactly this right here. You know, it's creating that fake out. But there's just no top wick on here, so I'm just wondering if this could have been the top wick. Because like I was saying earlier, is this pretty much needed to be filled, this top wick right there. So if this top wick needed to be filled, I'm wondering if this could have been what filled it, and now we're going to start pushing down, possibly to break these lows. I wonder when it's going to run out of steam. We've been pushing straight up for so long now. Yeah, no, that is true. But if you kind of look right here, this was that, Jack, this was that idea of like that turtle soup idea. Well, you know how when you break these lows right here, it usually causes that little turtle soup thing right here, and it might need to tap up here before anything. So if we come up to that to tap, we might need to break this high before anything. So this was also like the main move right here, and then this was the pretty much like a retest. So as you can see, it's making lower high, lower high, lower high. So I'm thinking, and if you go to that smaller time frame, then that's where I'm kind of saying this is the at. So this lower high is at this area, which is, it broke this low right here. So this broke the low technically. So what I'm thinking, that could be what pushes us up back up to the top. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I think Jane is streaming right now. I think I had seen him. He was streaming, or he was already streaming or something. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm kind of thinking of. Higher lows, as yes, sir. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking though, is that this move right here might need to tap these highs right here. And if that's the case, that's still 100 pips away. So if we need to move 100 pips, we need to start building structure and stuff, you know. So that's where I'm kind of thinking though. It's like, it's kind of giving me mixed signals right now. So look, I have this high right here being broken, which is this high broken, which is creating this kind of turtle soup type of thing. But then you go to a smaller time frame, now it's kind of the same idea, but now going the other way, which is this low got broken by this. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking of though, is that on a higher time frame, it kind of created the turtle soup thing right here, which is all of this stuff right here. And then this could be the retest possibly right here, something like that. But how I'm saying though too is on a smaller time frame though, it's like it did the same thing, which is it broke this low with that. So I'm wondering if this, so that's kind of explaining why we're kind of moving sideways, because on a higher time frame it's saying kind of down, and then on a smaller time frame it's kind of saying up. So it's like the pressure we're getting to move down is also getting pushed back up by this pressure to go up. So I'm kind of confused right now a little bit, but like I said, as me seeing this wick get filled, now I'm wondering if possibly this low needs to be broken before we possibly come back up again. So I'm wondering if that could be a push down. But yeah, this is forming like, look at, there's a level 1, there's almost like a level 2 right here. So where I'm thinking it might need to come down to is probably down to this area right here. But this also doesn't have a top wick, so I'm just wondering if that has any kind of issue. But as you can see though too, is like, okay, so this is what I kind of see right here. If you go down over here to this bottom area, this is the low that's been broken, right? So this low right here has been broken by this right here. So when you go down to the 1 minute, this is what I see though, is that this is the low that broke it, which is this yellow line. So by me putting this yellow line right here, this is the low that needs to be rebroken. And then that's what this move is to confirm that move back up. So when you have this low that breaks the yellow dotted line, when it breaks that as the previous low, it creates a new low, and then that low is what needs to be broken before the move up. So what I'm kind of thinking now is, yeah, because look at, if this dotted line is the low that needs to be broken, it got broken by this red candle right here. So what that's kind of telling me now though is that this needs to be broken before we possibly move up. So that's where it's kind of, I guess that would have been probably a good, this could, that's where I'm thinking though, is that this low needs to be broken now, which is kind of why I had this yellow solid line right here. Because once this yellow line gets broken, then that might be the confirmation, possibly the move to go back up. So, and then it kind of goes up to the top, the higher time frame ideas of maybe pushing down at least probably to this top wick right here. So I need this top wick possibly to be tapped, which is also, like I said, giving us this range down here. Yeah, that was the top wick to come down. So I do see it coming down. Let me see. Yeah. Look, this is level, this would be level 1, this would be level 2. Now this is kind of breaking into like a level 3 type of thing. So what I'm thinking could possibly be happening is this, something like that. If I see some kind of move like this, I might look into something. is also the third level. So this would be 1. So like 1, 2, and this would be 3. So that's where I'm thinking it could possibly flip back around. Yeah, there it goes, breaking that low. So what we're gonna wait for is probably something. I'm wondering if this could be the low right here, something like that. There it goes. Could that be it? It tapped that low. Let's see, let's see. Okay, it did break that low. I'm wondering if that was all it needed. Or if that's going to continue down. So let me see. So down here is what I was kind of talking about, is this low right here. So let me see what this is doing over here. So with this low being broken, something did close below. Then we created a looks like a 42 idea before pushing up. So if that's the case, ooh, look at that. I'm wondering. Oh, damn, look at that. Damn, that was the, damn, I wonder if that was the move. That's 3 pips. I'm wondering if I could take a long right here. It's kind of, it did create this. So I'm wondering, I'm gonna let this, damn, I'm wondering, because it did technically break this low like we would expect it, but it did create this. That did create that. So what I'm thinking is gonna possibly happen is gonna push down, because I heard long, no, not yet, nothing yet. I'm kind of debating on if I should wait till something closes, because like I was saying, is the idea about this being over here. Where is it at? Yeah, down here. Okay, so look, like I'm gonna say real quick, hopefully it doesn't move or nothing, is that this yellow line is the previous low. So once we closed below that, we created this new low, which is this candle right here. So with this candle being the low that we created, this is the low we needed to make to break again. And then if you notice, we did close it underneath it. We had an inside bar pushed up, and then we broke that high. So what I'm thinking could possibly happen will be the same thing that's over here. Is, let's see, where's it at? Right here. Okay, so let me see, let me get back to this 5. This is the low that we needed to break, which is this top dotted line. Oh, damn, there it goes. So since we broke that, we closed underneath here. So now what I'm thinking could happen is that I'm gonna wait for this to close, and if we possibly close another inside bar or something like that and then start pushing back up, this is where I might start looking for a possible buy. But then it could just continue pushing. But damn, they're looking like let me see, this could be a low right here. I'm wondering if that could be a low. That is a low right there. Alright, we're gonna see how this goes. If this just continues to push, so like I was saying though, is that this was the low we broke, closed below, made a new low, and now we might be creating a possible inside. Oh no, there it goes. Damn, I wonder, damn, that could possibly have been a sell then, I'm thinking. Maybe, let's see. Yeah, because then it's kind of going to the whole idea of what this is, which is, look at, there's like a level 1, and then there's a level 2, and this is the break down to level 2, which is kind of coming into this zone right here. So if we come into that zone, this is probably where we might, you know, create structure or something like that. I need a cup of tea. Yeah, I know this is making my brain scatter all over the place. So look, okay, so look, now we did close that low like that, and it did have these lows. Like I said, I'm wondering if these could be the lows that we might be wanting to look for, which is it created a new low. Now it's gonna be something like that in here into that low. Let's see. Okay, so look, now this one is creating this inside bar, exactly what I was kind of looking for. So now we're gonna see right now, possibly, I'm wondering if this would be the range we're in now. Okay, so now we're in this range, there's no bottom wick. Look at, there it goes, boom. Okay, so what I'm going to wait for now is hopefully this closes like that. I'm probably I might look for a possible buy if it breaks the high of that candle without breaking this low. If it could just stay in this area like that. So if now this next candle possibly pushes up. Oh, that doesn't have a bottom wick. Never mind, never mind. Hold off on that. Okay, so this guy's 20 seconds. So what this is going to create is a possible 42, which is the inside bar here, and then this is going to be the same idea as earlier, like I was saying, is that if that breaks, it's going to signal that that's where the possible range is going to be. So here we go, let's see what this is going to form. But on the 5 minute, it's kind of, there's no bottom wick really, so I'm wondering if this could be what that is. Let's see what this would be. 10 pips would be about here. 10 pips would be about there. You know what? I'm gonna take a, thinking of, did it break? No, it didn't break. So what I'm kind of waiting for is a possible break. Let's see. Might be a little risky, but yeah, I'm gonna take a buy right here. Took a buy right here, and I'm gonna leave my take profit at 10 pips, and then I'm gonna leave my stop loss here at 10 pips. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but if I'm right, then it's just gonna continue to push. 10 pips, let's see. Could be a little risky, but we're gonna see how that goes. Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But like I said, this is why I have my tight stop loss, because if this possibly was the bottom of that range. Yeah, that 30 has no, ooh, damn, that 30 has no top wick. Let's see, and the 5 doesn't have a bottom wick. Ooh, I'm wondering, let's see. All right, let's see, what did we do? Damn, I wonder if this could be a, fake out. Like I said, I have my stop loss at 10 pips, so if I'm wrong, I'm not risking that much. It's pretty much, damn, that could have possibly been an onion play right there. Damn. So it's probably not considered that being a fake out. Let's see. Oh man, that might have not been a good buy. I might have been a little too soon. Yo, what up, Jordy? Yeah, that might have been a little too risky to try to take that into that. Oh man, I'll just see how it plays out. If not, like I said, I'm only risking 10 pips. It's not that much. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's only 10 pips. It's not even that much. So let's see. I'm gonna put it like 12 pips just in case for spreads. Let's see. So that does have a bottom wick now. No worry action this week. Unfortunate. I'm wondering if that could have been the move. 15, 5. Oh man, this thing is, let's get a no warrior action. Let's see. I think I'm probably gonna push down. Let's see. Like I said, and this is why too, I'm only risking 10 pips. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So it's like, this is the idea, is that if I end up being right, I could possibly be right for, you know, a little bit more than 10 pips or so. But if I'm wrong, I know I'm getting a little nervous, got a little nervous. But yeah, like I said, but this is why too, it's like I'm not risking a lot. It's fairly small risk, you know. I'm only risking 12 pips or so. So if I'm right, I'm right. But if, like I said, this is where I've been working on those, that if I break these lows and I create these type of moves where I think we could possibly at least come back up to these highs at least. If I end up being right, I could possibly even catch a bigger move going up. So look at, now we're back to break even. What I'm gonna do is bring my stops to break even now, and then just hopefully let it ride. If it could start pushing up till 10 pips, it does. If not, then it is what it is. Oh, it barely did it make it. Oh, it didn't wick me out. Oh, there it goes. It broke me out. So break even. Damn. But it is what it is. Fuck. It's all good. And watch it. This would probably be what it might actually push up after that. This might be the push. I moved it too soon. No, I moved it too soon. But it's all good. It's all good. Like I said, it's part of the plan. It is what it is. But this is what I've been working on, guys, is that it's like I got into kind of a bad position also, you know, so it's like, as in, like, I got in a little late. So had I got in a little bit sooner, I could have possibly been in somewhere like right down here or something. It would have worked out a lot better. So that's where I say too, though, is that if I'm right, I'm right. But the thing is that I got in kind of high. I was kind of, yeah, it's all good though. Look, actually, it was probably a good thing I got out. So it is what it is. Oh yeah, exactly. It is what it is. Yeah. But sir, I thought you was only doing 10 pips. Oh, I know. 100 pips. Damn, I know I want. I wish, bro. I wish. That's what I was waiting for, though. Is this? That's where I say too, though, is that like if my, and this could still go because this is the idea, or this is still inside bar. So what I'm thinking the next candle could be, though, is that if it breaks this as a low, oh, there it goes. So damn, that was a top wick, I guess. But yeah, so like I said, guys, is that's kind of what I've been working on, though, is being able to find these bottoms where I understand once a low gets tapped, it probably needs to create a new high, and that may be what this was this created a new high right there, which is now going to create possibly a new low right here. So it is what it is, but like I said, this is the thing too, is like earlier today when I was into this trade down, I was into this trade over here. Let me see, where was it at? It was, I believe it was during Asian session. Yeah, it was right here. Or right here, actually, yeah, this guy. Wait, where was it at? Let me see. Damn, I forget. Where was it at? Was it down here? I forget where it was at, but anyways, like I said, I got into a position. It was a little bit late, but the idea was, I think it was, I don't want to say it was here. Let me see. Asian was during 3. Let me see. It was around 5 or 6, so it would be 1,700 hours. Probably somewhere right here then. So it'd be somewhere. Okay, so it was probably these guys. Yeah, it was around here. Okay, so like I said, the idea that I got into these trades over here was this high was broken. It created this the same formation right here, which is that risk 100 pips, sir. You're in the wrong community. We only do 10 pips in DVS. I know. Let me, my computer's about to die. Let me get my charger real quick. I know. Yeah, that's. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been, like I said, is that these plays that I've been working on, is that if I'm right, I shouldn't have to risk a lot. I should be able to only risk, and look, and maybe now this is probably going to be a push down. But like I was saying, though, is that if I'm right, I'll only have to risk the previous low, which is 5 or 10 pips, or hopefully it's tight like that. So where if it does push up, I'm like, I'm only risking 10 pips, but if I end up being wrong, then I still only lose 10 pips, so that way I also understand, because the way I've been realizing is that if the move is correct, you don't need these big wide stops, because it shouldn't even get close to your stops. So I'm wondering if now, like I said, this low was the low that just got broken right now. I'm wondering if this could be the push now, pushing up. But like I was saying to my ideas earlier, this was the same idea right here, was this low. Oops. Yeah, this low right here, these highs got broken. So with this high, once this high got broken, that's what gave me the idea that, okay, now we're going to start moving up. So if you guys can see, this is the formation that you guys got to get used to being able to see over and over. Yeah, check out the Dombo Clips channel, bro. That's where all the juice is at. But yeah, like I was saying, is that look at this is the formation right here that you guys need to get familiar with noticing. So when you notice, like I'm saying, is on the when a high gets broken or a low gets broken, it's the same, it forms the same idea. Like even right here to the bottom, look at this low is this formation right here, and look at what this formation looks like. It's the same, it's pretty much the same thing. Like it looks, they all look the same, which is kind of crazy, you know. Like look at, okay, look, it's almost like this, look, boom boom boom, like a almost like a W kind of. Look at this, is kind of that same type of thing. So what I've been noticing though is that if you end up getting right, let's say over here, if you get into this cell somewhere, like let's say you get into the cell right here, even on this retest kind of a thing, your stops could be right here, because you understand that if you are right, you're gonna catch this. But if you end up being wrong, it shouldn't, like your move shouldn't break these highs anyways, because this was the high that got broken before the actual move. So that's where I've been, like I said, been practicing, is that same thing with this guy right here at the bottom, is that if your move is right, which is, let me go down to this 1 minute. If your move is right, let's say for instance this right here, look, this low got broken. If you get in somewhere right here, your stops shouldn't be no more lower than this guy right here, you know. So if you get in somewhere, like this is kind of what I was expecting to happen, is that once this high got broken, I was thinking we're gonna push up like that. So if that was the case, and I got in, like I'm saying, like let's say I got in somewhere right here, then it's kind of telling me that my stops could be here, and I don't have to worry about big stops, because if it ends up breaking this low right here, then I know I'm wrong in the first place. I was wrong anyways. Almost kind of like this idea right here, where let's say I thought this was the move, you know, I thought this was the move, the low got broken, we're gonna move up. My stops could be exactly at this low, because if it ends up hitting that low, then I know I'm wrong anyways, because this is what usually happens after if you're wrong. But if you're right, it's like this, where your stops don't even get tapped, or don't even get close to being touched, you know. So that's kind of what I was working on. This one was a little riskier, but look at, it's almost playing out still. And look at it. This was probably the move that we probably would have wanted rather instead. And like I said, if this one wasn't right, then it was, let me see, let me check. Where did I get in at? Yeah, so yeah, so I got out at this bigger red candle right here, pretty much at this candle. So I mean, even if I would have kept my stops right here, it did barely get close to it. But the idea though is the same thing, where it's like I would have rather been in probably at the break of this guy right here. This looks like a little bit better of a move down here. And if you kind of look 1, 2, 3, that's, it usually happens on the third push or something like that. So but like I said, this is why I've been getting on. I've been trying to really lock this in, and obviously it's hard to, it's always easy in hindsight, you know. Oh, I seen it this way, doing it this way, this and that, you know. It's always easy that way, but doing it live is where I'm trying to get better at it. And the only way to do it live is to, you know, be on the chart and doing it. So that's kind of why I've been trying to get back into streamings, so that way I could start catching it live, you know. That's my goal, is to catch them live. So hopefully we could catch them live. Be a, let's let's see, that one is right there, the 1 minute. Yeah, like I said, this was the low right here, and then this low got broke, but now we're pushing back down. So, but like how I was saying too earlier, it's kind of, look at 1, 2. Man, it's just got me kind of confused right now. I thought, like I said, I thought that was the move, but if not, then it is what it is. But that's why too, like I said, I'm trying to keep my stops small. You know, if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I just accept that I'm wrong, on to the next trade. You know, like I'm not trying to have a high win rate just for the, you know, I mean, obviously a high win rate would be perfect, but I want it also to be with the low RR in a sense. And not that RR like really matters to me, but it's more or less though to know that if I'm in the right trade that I should be into, the trade should play out and I wouldn't need a big stop or whatever, you know. So that's just my idea though, is that if I'm right, I'm right. If I end up being wrong, then it is what it is. On to the next one, and now I just gotta wait for the setup to either play out or, you know, just try to figure out the next move and stuff like that. So but yeah, so now I'm kind of wondering though, is that I wonder if this could be, you know, this created a top wick, if that could be maybe what pushes down. But like I said, this is the only way you're going to be able to really understand things, is you just got to be on the chart live, you know. And this was the ultimate move right here though. Like I said, I seen this one playing out perfectly earlier today. Even with this guy right here, if you kind of see how this is forming right here, that's kind of what's forming right here. It's like it's starting to range in this little area right here. So what I'm kind of thinking now, maybe this might be the move. It's the same thing. Like, look at, we dropped, we ranged, and then we distributed this way. So what I'm thinking is we drop, now we're creating this range, and then the next one is probably going to be what we start to move. But then I could always move this way too, not saying it can't, but that's where I'm kind of thinking though, is that that's could be what's forming right here, is, you know, this little move right here, this little move right here. But yeah, I mean, even if I would have been into that trade I was talking about, if I would have been into the trade a little bit sooner, because this did have a big candle too. So had this candle been a little bit smaller, or if anything, I could have taken it at the break of this high right here. So if this candle would have broken, I would have been in, let's say around 53.2. That would have been like 15 pips or so, you know. So it still could have been a better entry, could have gotten in and got out. And bunny head pattern. Yeah. But yeah, but like I said, look at, this was the low that got that, like the low that broke this guy. So now I'm wondering, look at, now we're getting lower high. So where I'm thinking where we could be next possibly is making a new higher high up here. So if we want to start pushing down, I believe we might need to break this candle high. So if we start breaking this candle high, then it kind of confirms that, you know, this was the move right here. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been, like I said, I just been working on it little by little, every day, trying to get better at it. It takes some time though, you know, but it is what it is. On to the next trade. Cause I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get it down packed to where it's more or less, it's like it's exactly what's playing out. You know, I see something and it plays out exactly how I want it, and I'm able to call it, you know. So when that happens, we'll be on a good track. Uh-oh. Let's see. But yeah, I'm on the 1 minute too. It's kind of, I've been the 1 minute warrior, like Jack always says. I'm the 1 minute warrior lately, but it's because it's more or less, it's not so much that I use the 1 minute to look at all these things. It's just the 1 minute is more or less to get into the trade, more or less to find your entry, where like the formations that are forming is kind of on a higher time frame, seeing things like that. I do see, like I said, on the 5 minute, this is kind of what's forming right here. So this low right here is what got broken by this. And then on the 1 minute is where I'm kind of looking for more or less the entry on that. So I'm wondering though if that could have been that move right there. But then again, we had these lows right here that needed to be tapped, which is right. Let's see, that guy there. So once that got broke, yeah, it is looking like that might have been it. You know what? Let's see, the low of here, 52.58, 52.805, almost. That's what she said to me in bed. The 1 minute warrior. Yeah. And let this be the one that pushes up. I'm gonna take this as a win still, just for in my head is that I was close to being right. Look at that. I was so close to being right. And it's maybe too, I mean, honestly, if I would have just left my stops a little bit wider, maybe could have used the previous range or something. But then that kind of gives me the idea where I could have, I don't want to leave my stops too wide, but the idea though is look at, we tap that area, is just a matter of time until we're able to grab these moves, so there it goes. It broke the high. So that's where I say now it broke this high. So what could happen now is we could possibly break these lows, but if not, this was the move that pushes all the way back up. So not even all the way back up, but just back up into these ranges right here, which is somewhere right here, which is another 7 to 10 pips. Yeah. You gotta work on that too. Damn. Yeah, see my entry on my position was the break of this high right here. So at 53.7 we would be up about just 5 pips or so. But now, we could be pushing up, because I had the break of, and I like I said, I might have been in too soon. It might have been I got in right here, where what I probably should have did was wait for this range to form and then have a break of it, and that would have been a better entry. But even if I would have been able to hold, I should have been able to hold. This was only 12 pips that would be mad. It's part of being able to be more precise, getting these entries exactly how I want them, keeping my stops nice and tight, things like that. So, but we'll see. We'll see how this forms out, though. If this ends up playing out good, if not, then it is what it is. And we do have this resistance here, so I'm wondering if that could be why we're getting stuck right there. One, two, three. Yeah, so that was my one trade. Had I been in it, I would have stayed in it. I should have stayed in it, but it's all good. Even on a 15-minute, even on a 5-minute, it's still kind of forming out. But then the 15, and we were saying the 30 also doesn't have a top wick. So I'm wondering if this could create a top wick. If that creates a top wick, that would be nice. Oh, and I have this replay too. I want to show you this replay idea. So this is kind of what the idea of this kind of formation that I've been see, how do you go back to the replay? Oh, right here, replay. Look. All right. So look, this is the idea right here. Play. Let's do a little bit slower. So this is the idea of these lows and things getting broken, right? So like I said, like boom, we have this low here, created this, so it does need to do a retest. Or no, that's the retest right there, my bad. Let's do it right here. Let's get back, because I was on the 30-minute, that's why. Let's get it back right here. So like you can see how it creates that range, and then it creates this new low right here, boom, exactly the same way we kind of expect it, and then there it even does like a retest like that. See, and look, this is kind of what I mean too, is that if your entry is the correct entry, which is somewhere down here on this yellow line, even this retest doesn't even get close to your break even. So once you could get into break even, this doesn't even get close to your entry, you know, and then that is the entry that you could just start riding all the way up, you know, and that's the idea of what I'm really trying to work on. And even on this next one, I believe this is another one that kind of forms right here. This is why I had that yellow line right there, is that this could be the low. We come up and look at, we broke this high now to push down, and then this is the low that got broken, doing the same exact thing, boom, to push up like that. And then look at the same thing on the up now, doing the same thing, where now we break these highs, is this guy's right here. Now it's kind of doing the same thing, but from the top now. So when you understand, look at boom, broke that low, broke that high, and then even if you get into it somewhere up here, these stops at break even don't even really get tapped. All right, let's see. Okay, that might have been, but you could have already been break even at that point, if not closed it out or something too. So let's see. That's okay. So that was the high that got broken. Okay, so this was the high, this was the move right there. And as you can see, this is where I say too, is like that formation right here, that right there is what you want to start looking for a lot. So when you broke these highs right here with this guy, boom, that's the highs that got broken. That is the actual move right there. And this is where I say these highs, if you're into the trade, this retest doesn't even get close to your move, you know? And then the same exact thing kind of happens again. It just, that's what I've been noticing, is that it just happens on the reversal. It's the same thing that happens all the time. So boom there, you know, boom there, or actually this one right here, boom there, that kind of stuff. So and it's the same thing right here. Look, this low got broken by this low, and look at what happened. The same exact thing again. So let's say you get in somewhere right here, this retest doesn't even get close to your break, to your trade, you know? So yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying though, is that like, that's the idea though, is that I'm kind of just understanding that if we start seeing this move up here, we know we need to start targeting these lows, because this would be the move to go back up again. So it's just happening over and over, just here, 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 here. So at pretty much what I've realized is that at every big move, like you could even do your back testing on it. Like you go all the way to your let's see, let me get back all the way up. Let's get back to live. All right, I think we're live again. Like you go to every move right here. You go, let's say right here, you go right here, you go right here, you go right here, you go right here. Every single time it happens right there before the big move, you know? So it just happens every single time. So that's what I've been trying to work on, though, is being able to catch these 50 pip, 100 pip moves and stuff like that. Because okay, look, now that's the onion play. So yeah, that could be silly. And that's why I say too, though, is that if we're wrong, our stops are very tight. So we shouldn't even need big stops, because, you know, if we end up being right, then it's gonna just keep pushing, you know. But well, I wonder if this could be the one, you think? Ooh, pushing down. Let's see, push down. Because that looks like an onion play kind of a thing right here. Ooh, there it is. Let's see. So I'm wondering if now we could push down to these lows. We might push down to these lows right here. Let's see. Or could this be it? But that's why I say, look at, even at this low getting broken over here, look at where we're getting a reaction. Every single time we break a low, we get a reaction. We break a low, we get a reaction. We break a low, we get a reaction. So every single time we break lows, we get a reaction. So it's the same thing on the opposite. You know, every time we break a high, we get a reaction. We break a high, get a reaction. There's a high here, we broke a high, get a reaction. So that's why it's important to understand the highs and lows, because the highs and lows is what is kind of how the market is. That's what I'm starting to believe a little more and more, is that's how the markets are. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Make sure you guys sub up and you guys subscribe. I'm gonna start streaming every single night again for London, and you know, we've been trying to cook some things up, try to get this going. Ooh, wonder if that could have been it. But yeah, that's why I say, guys, is that is, ooh. So that's why I say too, is that if you understand this being a move, you kind of know this low needs to be targeted. And that's where I did learn a lot of this from Don. If you guys haven't followed the Don Vote Clips channel, make sure you guys follow that Don Vote Clips channel. Let's see. Don Vote Clips. Make sure you guys follow that. We're almost at 900 subscribers, so follow that up. I just posted a few of these guys earlier. But yeah, like how I was saying, is that the way Don always explains it, you know, is like when he gets into a trade, a high needs to be tapped before we get a reaction, you know, and then I'll look at now over here, a low needs to be tapped before we get a reaction. So let me see, it could be right there. But yeah, like I said, that's kind of what I've understood from Don, is just understanding that before we make a move, like maybe this is why this didn't continue up like I was kind of expecting, or even when I got into it was right here, because this low needed to be tapped before we did push. But then that kind of created it on a higher time frame, because I'm on a 1 minute, so obviously understanding a 1 minute could only do so much. And there it goes. It could be the 5-minute that needed to be tapped. So with the 5-minute being tapped, this low needed to be tapped, and look at what happened after this low got tapped. This was the move right there. So you're telling me I should blindfold buy, sell if we break? Don't blindfold yourself, but just understand that like let's say for instance, like you could see this low got tapped, and look at what happened. We had a reaction. Now this low got tapped by breaking these, and look at, we're kind of getting these reactions. So just understand though is that you wouldn't want to be taking a sell. Not saying you can't, but for instance, look at these low. We did break, and then we came back up, and then we came down. So it's more or less just understanding by looking left. If you're at a reject, especially like if you notice, like if you guys put a line right here, boom, we have the support here and we have a resistance here. So this line is a lot more important if this didn't have a resistance underneath it, or if this didn't have a support, because we're pretty much at the fence line. Like if you say this is somebody's backyard, this is the neighbor's backyard, and then this is your backyard. This is the fence in between you guys. So there's more like, I would say, like power in a sense with this support, because you also have the resistance underneath it. So when you have that by looking left, understand that when you break these lows, there's a good chance for that to happen, you know, for this to get a reaction. And not saying though that it can't continue down, because even once it did break this area, like let's say this, it did continue down. But the idea would be understanding that once you do break these lows over here to the left, you might need to retest some highs. And if you kind of put a line over here, which is under this support right there, look at where we tapped. We got a wick here and we got a wick there. So that being the range right here, this is a range here, this is a range here. We tapped back into that range twice before we did break these lows. So in order for us to break these lows, we had to tap into the previous range. So like I said, the lows need to be tapped. Now the highs need to be tapped of that range. Now the same thing, we kind of came down, broke it, we broke and made these highs. Now we could be going back into this range up here. So now this, like I said, look at, we have a wick here, and this is now into that next range above. So, and then look at, if that ends up, that might have been the move, you know. And like I said, where I got into it though, I got in a little bit early. Even if I would have held my stops, I could have just trusted my plan a little bit more, I still would have been in a lot better, you know. I mean, I still would be in, and I wouldn't have risked a lot, because I understood if these, I should have been in down here though. Like where I'm suggesting that is I should have been in down here somewhere, because if I would have been in down here, even if I would have had 10 pips, let's say at this line 52.5, be 51.5 would be down here. So my stops could have been here, and this would have only been 10 pips. So if I would have had a better entry, my 10 pips would have still been a lot easier to hold, because I would have been able to know I still would have been good. But since I got in kind of pretty high up here, my 10 pips was pretty much back down to this low right here. So with that being the case, it made it a little bit more risky, because let's just say we did come back down here, I would have been, you know, 15, 20 pips in a stop loss type of thing if it would have been wrong. So that's also what I'm working on too, is though, is just getting back in at the better time. I should have waited maybe for a retest, like something like this, to go up. But like I said, I'm not mad, because the plays are still kind of playing out. So in the long run, I'm good. You know, I'm good because I only risked 10 pips. That trade was a break even trade anyway, so it's still, I didn't really risk anything, but the idea though was still correct. So that's kind of what I'm working on. And then look at now, look at right here, guys. Is look at, I have these highs right here, which is these highs, and look at where we're getting a possible reaction at. So if we do start to push back down, we might need to tap back into this range down here, and the range will be probably into somewhere right here. So if we do come back down, this could be where we possibly come back down before we move back up again. I mean, if you guys understand fair value gaps, this is a fair value gap right here also, and then the 50 line is this dotted line. So I'm just gonna put a dotted line right there at the 50 line and see how that reacts. I'll change it to blue. That's how I know it's the fair value gap line. So if we stay above here, there's a good chance that we respect it. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm not worried if I take a loss, a small 10 pip loss, or break even, just because I'm working on it still. I'm not. Yeah, be right back. No worries, Jordy. Like I said, I'm not worried about, like, I'm managing my risk pretty tight. I'm not going too crazy. Um, and when I do get it right, it's gonna be right for a good 50 to 100 pips and things like that. Because I mean, you could kind of see these moves up here. Like for instance, this move from up here down to here was, let's see, that would be, this was 57 to 55. That'll be 28 pips or so. That's a good move right there. Let's say you got it in from over here, that was 50 pips. That type of stuff. So I'm not worried, because eventually I'll be able to catch these. And let's say from down there to up here, that's 89 pips. From down here to up here, that's 75, 80 pips. Even from up here down to here is 90 pips. So it's like when I do get these trades right, I'm gonna be able to ride them up for 50 to 70 pips type of thing. So risking 10 pips, it's not that much. So it's just a matter of time till I get more locked in on it, and be able to really be able to call it the way I want to. So, but this is also why I'm streaming every night. I want to be able to look at them live, because that's the best way. Because it's always easy hindsight. Looking back, you're like, oh, look at this right here. It's easy to see, perfect right here. I could have left that right there. But being able to do it live is where it's really important. Being able to see this live. I mean, as you can see too, it's like, look at this low right here. This is the formation you guys got to get familiar with looking at. And I'm not saying like the candles, but just the way the candles look. As you can see, they're kind of just, that formation is the same formation that happens over and over again. Look at even right here, same formation kind of. You go down to another 5-minute, look, same formation pretty much. You go up to here, look, same formation pretty much. It's all like the same type of thing. So you could even see it right here. So when you start to get familiar with these lows and highs getting broken, that's kind of how I already kind of knew what was going to happen. But you also understand, if these are the way the formations are looking, look at what's happening right here. It's the same formation kind of a thing, as this right here. But as you can see, it takes time for it to build up pressure. So where I got into the trade right here. It was making that formation, which is this little area, making that formation. But if I go to a higher time frame, look at how it's not that much pressure built up, which is also explaining why we came up, came down type of thing. So that's what I'm kind of thinking too, is that I got to get better at being able to hold off on it, because it's almost not saying it's FOMO, but it's kind of the idea of FOMO in a sense, to where it's like, I don't want to miss out. but it's like this isn't enough pressure to build because this is on a 1 minute chart, and I go to the 5 minute, it's only, you know, 3-4 candles. So what I have to do, if you notice on any of the bigger moves, like down here, look at 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 candles. So 10 candles, that's almost an hour. So you put this into 1 hourly candle, that's what that is. So it takes pretty much an hour for that to build up for it to be a good move. Look at, for instance, for this one was a lot more. Let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 6. So like it's pretty much almost 2 hours type of thing, or an hour and a half, you know. So just got to be patient, you know. Just understand that if you miss it, it's all right. There's always going to be another one. You don't have to worry about it. So, but yeah, like I said, that's where I think I kind of messed up too, is just how quickly I jumped into it. You know, I should have waited. I should have waited for this to form out, because look at how much bigger this is compared to when I took the trade, which it was only half of that, you know. So it's not going to be a big enough move in just a small few candles. It has to build up that pressure, and this is the pressure that it needed to build up. So, but yeah, that's kind of the idea of what I've been working on. Just trying to get better at it day by day, little by little, bit by bit. You know how it goes. But it's all good. Not worried about it. It was a good day. Good day. Good little session. Good little session. But yeah, like I said, make sure you guys go subscribe to this Donvo Clips. This is what I've been working on also, where I run this page for Donvo. Like I've been cooking on here, man. I got 345 videos on there. Make sure you guys go watch. You guys go look. I like doing this for Donvo. It's pretty fun and it's cool. I don't know. I just like doing little edits and stuff for them. I don't know why, but it's just something I enjoy. Look at this. Oh, that has music. I don't want to play the music. Donvo smashing. Let's see how fast he goes. It says 100. Damn, he hit 100 real quick. You see how fast that was? But yeah. And look at what's happening. And look at, like I was saying about that fair value gap. Oh, it did get broken, but this is on the 1 minute. So, but if you go to the 5 minute, that fair value gap on the 1 minute still got respected perfectly. So it definitely was a good little area. But yeah, so if you guys got any questions, thanks for some juicy lessons. But yeah, no worries, bro. No worries, Raj. Heck yeah. And like I said, bro, just always look left. That's where I've been noticing is like I don't know how true this is, but I did see somebody would talk about it. They would say, you know, highs and lows are really, really important because everything else is just a distraction in a sense. Because this move right here was just to go tap a high. This move right here was just to go tap a low. So just understanding that lows and highs need to be tapped, it makes sense why, you know, certain things. So like I say, just always look left. And if you're ever indecisive, just stay out of the trade, you know. So look at, like I said, this low got tapped, and look at what happened. We're closing back in it, doing that, you know. So but yeah, just like I said, that's one thing I've been working on too, is that I wouldn't want to take a sell in these areas just because I understand, you know, this low needs to be tapped, unless like like let's say you took in a sell right here, you would still technically be right. I guess you could say you'd be right, 55.4. So you'll still be right if you came down, but it's like it's real tight. Like in a sense of it came down, and if you don't close at the very peak of it, you go right into drawdown. So it'll be kind of close for you to be taking that kind of trade. You obviously want to sell from up here because you just go straight into profit. But this is what I've been realizing though, is that if you start seeing a low over here and it got tapped, maybe wait for the retest before getting into it. Maybe even a second retest, because and also too on a high, and you want to go from the smaller time frame up to the higher time frames, because like I said, look, you could see a low here on the 5 minute. You go to the 15, there's also a low right here. So for instance, both of these lows getting tapped almost is like a more of a confirmation in a sense, so but even right here too, it's like if you kind of taken this as a breakout, it does kind of make sense, but you also know this would be your vantage point, meaning once you hit those levels, you want to make sure you go to break even as soon as possible. And that thing had a massive top wick, and now it's kind of coming down again. But we have a low, so we could, if we create some kind of support, it could be a lower high again. Back. Yo, what up, Jordy? Yeah, I hope you guys having a good day. Good morning. But yeah, look at now. This is kind of looking like it, but this doesn't have no bottom wick either. This has a massive the candle. Isn't that like a candle that Don talks about? Isn't it like that, where there's a tall top wick but no bottom wick? Because that usually signals the range, right? Or is it the other way? Long bottom wick, no top wick. I forget. But there's a candle. Look at, there's a video on it. If you guys, Donvo the candle. Right there. There it goes. Let's see.
Candle. But if the 30-minute candle decides to close here in about 30 seconds as well, like this, then if you have a wick, then you can probably grab the sells down. If the 30-minute candle decides to close like this, then you guys know what this candle is. This is the leg candle. If we close like this, so let's see, off of our sample sizing, 8 times out of 10 or 8.5 times out of 10, you would likely reject. So let's see what it does here, right? We're still sample sizing this candle. It's been like 3 months already, but it's a good time to look at it and understand what it prints, because this is the candle basically. Huge top wick and barely a bottom wick.
Yeah, that is it. The huge top wick.
Like in this case, you may see a drive down, but let's see how it reacts at the 4.9, because that 4.9 can easily just heavily reject. And if it does so, then that's why we don't take the leg candle.
And it did start with the one he's showing. It yeah. So that is it. So a huge top wick and no bottom wick, which is exactly that. Dang, that's the candle. I always knew that video would come in handy one day. Sheesh. Yeah, so look at it's kind of creating that candle, and it's also going in our direction of, lower high, lower high. So I'm wondering if that could have been possibly spoke a little too soon, but we'll see. But that is the idea though, is that, but this is also on a 5 minute. So you know, the one he was showing. Oh, actually, and it's also on the 15. That's actually a good sign, because that might signal even more. But this 30 hasn't closed yet. 1, 2, 3. We'll see how this opens up. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see how this we'll see how this goes, but it's not looking like it. Maybe too, this needs a little bit of taller wick. The 5-minute. The 15 has the really tall wick though. That's actually the really long one. So that might, we're gonna see how this plays out. This is a good sample size to pay attention to. Let's see, and there's also like a 5-minute fair value gap right here, where the candle exactly stopped at, which is that 50 line right in the middle of it. I don't really use fair value gaps or anything, but I just understand them, that, you know, this is an area of interest, which is kind of why this is getting stopped right there. And this is why it's kind of struggling. So if we end up closing below this candle, then there's a good chance on the next candle wicks up to possibly continue down. Well, but now, I mean, now I kind of just realized it. Look at on the 5-minute though. There's a candle going the other way also. Look at, I just seen this, and then it stops right there. So if that's a candle, look at what happened. It kind of came back down. So it's just a candle the other way. So I'm wondering now if this could just be doing the same thing. It created that bottom wick for that previous candle. Now it could possibly push up. Yeah, this thing is it don't want to make up its mind at all right now. It definitely don't want to make up its mind. This is what I'm worried about. Like, we were expecting it to come down kind of because of that. Let's see. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how this plays out. Market is building liquidity for all. It is tomorrow, huh? That's why. Oh man, CPI. Oh man, 5:30. That is why, bro. And the market opens up at 3 o'clock. I mean, New York opens like not the official open, but I mean like when the session is officially starting, which is at 5 a.m. my time. Okay, so it's still begins in 3 hours. So it's technically okay, but like, let's say when people start getting onto New York, it's like at 3, I think. So yeah, this definitely could be building liquidity for that. It's like, it's gonna keep doing that until tomorrow for CPI. Yeah, well, because I live in California, which is the West Coast. So where Wix is at, he's on the East Coast, so he's 3 hours after me. So Wix, even Dawn is 3 hours after me. So if it's 5 a.m. for me, it's 8 a.m. for them. Yeah, that's same with me. I like I swear I love staying up as late as possible. I love staying up, but waking up is the hard part. But that's what I've been doing lately. Is like I said, for me to stream London, I have to wake up at midnight. I have to go to sleep. I go to sleep at like 8 or 9, and then I wake up at midnight, and then I go to work at 5 in the morning. So right now I'll probably be getting off around like 2:30, and then I'll go to work. I'll take another. I'll go to sleep again for like another hour, 2 hours, and then go to work at 5:30. That's all that smoking. I know. I gotta take my. I gotta sleep when I can. that's really, it sucks. Like, man, I was doing it for like a few months, or like probably like 4 to 5 months when I finally got my like YouTube monetized and stuff. But I kind of stopped because, bro, it started taking a toll on me. Not so much that I didn't want to do it, but it was just hard because I started doing a bunch of things. It's like it was almost overwhelming a little bit. I had to go to work and then come home. I gotta edit videos, and then I gotta stream and trade. And it's just like, man, it was like nonstop. But it's kind of what I signed up for. So I kind of tell myself, and it kind of hit me today while I was at work because we were busting ass at work today. So I was like, man, I wish I could be streaming right now. I wish could be streaming. So I was telling myself, would you rather stream or would you rather go to work every day? And I was just like, man, I would probably rather stream. So that's kind of what I was telling myself, is that if you rather stream, then you got to get back to it. I got to get back to showing up every day, even though I don't want to right now, because I'm not really getting paid for streaming. I'm getting paid pennies right now for streaming, but eventually it could become something, but I have to put that work in. So it's like, either you be stuck at work or be stuck streaming, and I'd rather be stuck streaming. So I was like, let's get to it. Just gotta start now. So, and damn, look at that little candle starting to push now. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been telling myself though, is that I want to stream full time for soon. That way too, because once I don't have to go to work, and it's not that I don't want to go to work, but it's like once I don't have to go to work, it'll free up a bunch of my time. At least 40 hours a week, because I work 40 hours a week. So if I have an extra 40 hours per week to stream and to make videos and stuff, it'll just, my life will be a whole lot better. I'll be able to focus more on trading and really be on the charts how I want to. But I have to sacrifice now. I have to sacrifice. Yeah, how you guys doing? Are you guys doing good? Yeah, I'm doing good too, Jordy. Just like I said, I already had taken my trade earlier, so I was like, man, we would have probably still been able to stay in. That's what's crazy though, is that when you get into these trades at the bottom of these ranges, the retests don't even affect you. So once you go break even, you're not even worrying about it. But like I said, I'm out at break even though. I got a little shook. I got a little scared. And like I said, where was our break even at? Our break even was right here at this dot. I'm gonna put it right here. This was our entry at. That was our entry. So had we stayed into that, we still would have been good. We would have had to stick with a little bit of drawdown, which wasn't much. Come back here, stay, wasn't much. Been in a little bit of profit, came back into drawdown, but it still wasn't much. It still wasn't anywhere near a lot, maybe 10, 15 pips at the most. And then we would have been in profit. Once we would have been in profit, it would have just been, just trusting the setup to understand. Yeah, next time. Yeah, for sure, Jordy. That's where I say those. Eventually, I'm gonna be cracking these things all day, bro. It's just a matter of time. I'm getting it on point. This is why I'm streaming though too, is because like I said, I need to hold myself accountable. I need to be able to get into these trades and just be confident into it. It's not that I'm not confident. I just haven't done 100 of these trades yet. I've probably done like 20 or 30 of them, but it's like I need to get the reps in. The more reps I do, the more confident I'm gonna be, and eventually I'll be able to hold and not even worry about it. So, but yeah, like I said, let's just say our entry was at 25 or 23.53.7. Yeah, that would have already been like from here to there would have been 13 pips. Even from here, if we would have been able to held, that would have been 20 pips. So, yo, Lassic, what up, brother? What up, bro? Classic, you missed it, bro. I took a little break even trade earlier. I tried to take a little turkey soup right here, and I got in right here at this candle at the blue line. I got in there, but I went into a little bit of drawdown at first, and then once I hit break even right here, um, I brought my stops to break even, and then it tapped me out. But the idea was right. If I would have just been able to hold and not get scared and bring it to break even so fast, it would have been a good idea. Yo, Lassic, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, man. Watch how this 2024 ends, bro. We're gonna really get busy this year. And like I said, man, I already know eventually once we start catching these moves, it's gonna be the real deal, bro. I already know. And like I said, look at that. This was the idea. The idea was correct. It's just I need to be able to hold. That was my issue, just not holding. But like I said, on to the next trade. The idea was correct. It's just now, like I said, next trade, next new idea, same idea. We'll get it. We'll get it. Don't worry. I know, bro. We started. It's been a long time. Yeah, Lassic was one of my first viewers, man. I'll be having one viewer, and it was Lassic. He'll be my only viewer at one point. But we came a long way, man. Lassic has been killing it, man. I'm proud of how far you came too, bro. I like when you send me your ideas and stuff, because they always play out. That's for sure. But yeah, man, the job's not finished though. Job's not finished. We just warming up, just getting better, tweaking a little bit of our ideas, getting a little better at this, a little better at that. Matter of time. Just a matter of time. Yeah, bro, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, like I said, the job's not done. Job's not finished, man. Job's not finished. That's why I say, man, it's like every day, yeah, BMS is warming up, bro. We are warming up. That's why, too, though, it's like I kind of took a little bit of a break from streaming a lot, because I was definitely trying to perfect what I was doing. You know, I didn't want to. I came across a lot of information on this little break that I was on, so it kind of helped out a lot. But I think now I'm at that point where I understand it. Now I just have to apply it, and I just got to keep applying those principles, you know, sticking to the plan, small stops, big rewards type of thing. So it's a matter of time, guys, a matter of time. Like I said, every day I show up, you guys show up, and we just get better every single day. That's it. That's the ultimate goal, just to get better every single day. But yeah, I appreciate that. 10 Classic, I appreciate it. But yeah, like I said, Classic, look, this was the idea that I had. So, as you can see, this was the low that got tapped. So what I was waiting for was this to break below. So once that broke in below, I went down to the 1 minute time frame, and that was kind of where I think I jumped the gun a little bit too soon, because when I got into the trade, it was right here, which was this idea, but I should have waited for this low to be broken. Had I waited for that low to be broken, I could have probably been in somewhere like right here or something. But I mean, the idea was still right, but like I said, I just kind of jumped the gun a little bit. So as you can see on the 1 minute, I got in right here. On the 5 minute though, it's only, a few candles. It didn't cook enough. So once it cooked enough, that's the idea of where it pushed up, so I just got to be a little bit more patient for the next one, but it's all good. Like I said, it's a matter of time. But yeah, even this is starting to come back down again. But I still think too now is that, ooh, if this wants to come down, I think we might need to break this high. So at some point we might need to come back up to here. Yeah, let me remove that. That was my entry idea. Yeah, equal lows on lower time frame is liquidity for the drive on the, if it taps the fair value, get order block on higher time frame. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, actually, if you kind of think about on this 1 hour, this was this could be an order block, right? This guy, that candle right there, and you go to this 15-minute time frame. That is exactly where we tapped at, pretty much exactly that middle. The yellow dotted line is the middle line, so it does make sense. See on the 4 hour, 4 hour, yeah, even the 4 hour. I mean, yep, that's your order block. Yep. Yeah, Lasik showed me the order block method, and the order block method is legit. I like that. I do like that order block. See the 30-minute. I'm wondering if this could be a possible like onion play maybe, or. And what I did notice too, a lot of times, if like, you know how we talk about level 1s and level 2, this will be level 1 and then this will be level 2. And then if you look to the left, this will be level 3, which is this red candle right here. So this red candle created support, so that made like a level 3 in a sense. And what I've kind of realized is when we go from level 1 into level 2 and then we go into a level 3, this is where it usually makes like a reaction. It usually reacts in that level 3 area, which is kind of why we made a like a fake out underneath it and then came back into the range. So and now we're kind of getting stuck in here. So that's just one of the things I've noticed too, is that we usually go from like a level 1, level 2, level 3 type of thing, and then level 3 we make a reaction either to go back to level 2 to grab more liquidity, or just to start reversing back in that area. So like, let's say right here we have 1, we have, let's say, 2, and this would be 3. So like I said, let's see. Yeah, like look at 1, or actually no, that's not actually 1, that'll be level 2. Okay, my bad. So yeah, look, level 1, level 2, level 3, and then you go to a higher time frame. It's just a pretty much, look at, now it was just a fake out to come back into level 2 again. So that's just kind of one of those things that I've noticed. Like level 2s and level 3s is kind of like this would be level 3, I guess. And look at, that's where we kind of came back into it. Better to wait on news, yeah, but news lately been. Yeah, I know, that is crazy. Yeah, and yeah, we got news and in a few hours. So we got CPI. So with CPI, that's gonna show. That's kind of why I'm thinking too. Like Raj said right now, is that could be why we're ranging right now. You know, this could be all This could be all that building up pressure. So we could either make a move up or we could make a move down. So that could be what this is right here. Is this is definitely building up pressure for that news. But like I said, you go to a higher time frame, it kind of, I mean, if you kind of think about it this way, is that this is a high right here. We've broken that high. We came back into that range, and now we kind of did that. So this is that is the retest right here. So if this is the retest never breaks the previous high, you know? Yo, what up, champ? Yo, Krish, what up? But yeah, like I was saying, is that like how I was saying about earlier, is that when you get into the right entry, your entry never gets tapped by the retest. Like your retest doesn't even get close to it. So if I'm just thinking, is that on this is on the 4 hour, if this could have been the high that got broken, now this was the new high it created. This is the retest, and it doesn't even get close to that move up there, which could be telling me possibly what if we need to tap these lows, either this low or this low for news. So what we might be doing for the next, let's say, the next few hours, because the news is in 3 hours from now, so there will technically be like 1, 2, 3 more, 3 more candles. So what that could probably be doing is in these next 3 candles, we could be creating some pressure to probably maybe come back down before the even news even comes out. Like they say, is like, you show me the chart, I'll tell you the news. So if that's the case, I'm just going off of what I kind of possibly think is that just understanding the highs already got tapped. So now these lows need to be tapped, which is this low right here, and then there's another low right here. So I'm just wondering, is that there could be either a move like this to come back up to break those highs again, or but who's somebody was telling me in the in my Instagram, they were like something about Biden is getting off of like the war, like he's easing up on the war or whatever. So like they say is that when the war is going on, we need a push. So now that they're easing up off the war, this could also confirm, we might start pushing back down again. So I'm just wondering now though, just not even just trying to come up with scenarios, just to see how scenarios play out. So if this high got tapped, it already broke that high. There's a retest right here. We might need a retest here, if not here. And especially with these tensions going, I mean, like they're easing up. But then on a smaller time frame, this is what I see. Kind of the same thing is that these highs might need to be tapped. So if these highs might need to be tapped, I'm wondering if any of these highs need to be tapped, like this high right here, it might need to be tapped. So if, let's just say the news shoots it up, then right after we come back down. Or if this was the high already and this is kind of forming that idea, this could be coming down to these levels down here. I know that is crazy, but that's kind of what they were saying, is because of all the war stuff and just everything going on. I seen somebody had said it in the chat one time. They're like, when gold makes all-time highs, that usually means it's bad for humanity. And that kind of made sense, because every time gold shoots up, something bad happens in the world, So if we're finally easing up on the war or doing something that it might not be so bad for humanity anymore, we might need to start coming down. But like I said, this is kind of the same pattern as this. Like I said, look at breaking these lows. That's the same pattern over here. Look, I want to show you this pattern. Yeah, like this. Look. So you see the way that looks right there? Just the way like that formation where it kind of creates here, creates a low, and it, I guess, almost like a head and shoulder in a sense. Someone was asking, yeah. Yeah. So this is kind of what I'm thinking is, so you see the way that looks, that is kind of the way this is looking. What I like to do too, I like to invert this scale, because it's always easier for me to see it going up than it is going down for some reason. So it going up, it kind of, look at this. This is the exact same like idea. So if this is, and this is on a higher time frame, so I'm wondering, and look at this, where there's a fair value gap right here. And look at that fair value gap is exactly where this is happening at. It broke below it and now it's respecting above it. So if that's the case, that's what I'm possibly thinking though, that the news could possibly shoot down, because this is already kind of that formation of like let's say like they call it the turtle soup or whatever. So whatever it is, that is the formation. Boom, boom. And the retest, it might need to come back down. It might need to tap here, or it might need to tap here. So these are the two target areas I'm kind of going to be looking for, possibly during the news. But like I said, the news could always cause something else. You're going to want to wait for the news to come out, but that might be, you know, a few targets to look out for, something like that. Damn. In Don's chat. We got the bottom of it in the you gotta, what is it called, the sniper drawdown? You got that sniper drawdown. That's funny. So yeah, that's kind of my idea though. We're gonna see how this plays out. I mean, on a smaller time frame, it's like it wants to go up, but then on the higher time frame is where it looks like it wants to come down. So obviously on the higher time frame, it's more confirmation. So I'm thinking, you know, we could be coming down. And that whole range idea is probably just like, this is just liquidity building up. Unless we do it before news happens, let's say like it starts to come down, it breaks these lows, and then it starts to range again. That'll be a little bit different. But I'm wondering if we stay sideways for the next 2-3 hours, or we start to break lower. Don't tell Sniper DD right now. This way. Dim black glassy. You take sell, bro? No. Yeah, I'm kind of, I already took in that little break even trade, but I'm gonna be at work too later, so yeah, champ, I would definitely just hold it out, wait for that news to come out, pick a direction, and then maybe hop on the trend. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been. I'm gonna be at work, so when I'm at work, I usually just listen to Don, and I use Don as a confluence. So now that I've taken like an analysis already, I'll kind of know what I'm kind of looking for. So if Don comes in and says, oh, this or that, and it kind of lines up with my analysis, then I'll probably take a trade with Don, but I'll have to wait and see. It's going to be kind of risky right now. Yeah, Jack, I still haven't figured that out, but to be honest, you know what's kind of crazy is, I don't know if it was me or what, but I remember I just put the at like you normally do, but you have to spell their name like exactly how it is. And I thought one time I put it and it showed up somebody's name, but I could have been wrong. But it just doesn't pop up highlighted on your phone. But I feel like if you did it, it shows up on their screen still. But I might be wrong. Yeah, this is one of those days, bro. CPI, the FOMC another 5 hours later. Damn, is 2 of them tomorrow? So we have the CPI, and then oh, the FOMC meetings. Damn. So was that gonna be a double stream possibly? Lassic, do you see your name pop up? Well, it just doesn't pop up on yours, but I'm wondering if it pops up on Lassic's page. Like Lassic, did that Jack at you right now? And did it pop up like highlighted, or does it just show it regular? Cause I feel like I've done that before, and I seen it pop up on somebody's name before, but I might be wrong. Yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of news tomorrow. It's gonna be. I want to keep that. That's what I'm worried about though. The ranges being so high and stuff like that is that, you know, you could go in a drawdown 20, 40 pips real quick, and I'm just like, damn, I can't be going into drawdown that much, because yeah, that's a good idea, champ. That won't. Yeah, you might want to just see how it plays out, because it's always good to just watch it, especially because you get more data on how news and stuff like that work. So we'll see how that works. Yeah, no, that's same with me, Jack. I usually like all day I'm usually on my phone. Yeah, no, for real, that is true. Yeah, I'm always on my phone too when I have it on the screen, and then I just chat on my phone. Hey, Lasik, did when he added you a little while ago, when you scroll up, did it pop up like your name with the highlighted, or was it just regular? Yeah, no, that's the same thing, Jack. No direction on that. Oh, let me check out Naz. Let me see. Naz has been kicking my ass lately. I gotta tighten up on Naz. Naz has been owning me. But it's the same thing, guys. Look at same idea. Look at this. Boom. Look, it broke these lows. Boom, moved up. Now, let's see. It broke this high. Oh, let me actually. Let's see. Let's see, Naz. It broke those highs, and it's starting to come down now. So what I'm thinking, it could probably come down here to test out these lows. Jordy just woke up. Oh, see, so yeah, it did work. So yeah, Jack, that's what I'm saying, is that it just doesn't pop up like how we normally see it, like on a computer though, with the highlighted and stuff like that. But I think on their screen it still pops up. Jordy just woke up. Wham. Yeah, so like I said, look at let's see what Naz is gonna do. Let's see if we could put this Naz down here. Put a support right there. I'll put another support right here. That is that area. But I'm wondering. Let's see. Yeah, so what I'm thinking probably might need to happen on Naz is we might need to break this high. So we might need to break this high right here, this red candle. Let me invert it. I don't know why it always looks better when I invert it. So it'll be the same thing, is that this is the high that needs to be broken, which it did break technically. Or was that it, right? Oh, yeah, I would say that. And it's going to be kind of the same idea as earlier. So now what's going to probably need to happen is something like this. And then this is going to be the one that goes like that. but like I have it inverted, so it's gonna need to look something like that maybe. So maybe this could be the pressure it's building up for the news, and the news is what's gonna ship it up like that, give you a nice top wick, and then dump after that. Who knows? Who knows? Oh damn, we just missed it. Look at that. Look, what do you know, guys? You guys, hell no. I always got fucked there. PTSD. Yeah. Yeah, I like Nas though. It just been clapping me lately. But look at this move right here. It just finally broke. Finally broke. And then it's breaking now. That was the move, I guess, guys. And look at this right here. Boom. This high got broken. Reaction. And even the retests didn't even get close to that. So I'm wondering if, damn, now these lows might need to be tapped. Well, the reason why I had that dotted line there in the first place was because this red candle had no bottom wick. So what I'm thinking that could do is that this bottom wick could be getting created for that. That could be the bottom wick created for that. But damn, that thing moved quick though. Damn, we missed that one. No, it's not even that much. I guess it's only like 10, 15 pips. It's not much, but yeah, 15 pips. It's not too much. But now is what I'm thinking is that these lows might need to be tapped. So if these lows need to be tapped, it might need to come back down here to this 57 area. Oh, look at this. But yeah, I'm already going to be having to get going in about 10, 15 minutes. So, uh-oh, is that it? Is that it? Let's see. Oh, and look. Oh, yeah. Oh, there it goes. Damn. Push. So this is where I was saying, though, too, is that if these lows need to be tapped, that's what I'm thinking, is that this low needs to be tapped, and now this low needs to be tapped. Let's see, put it there. Let's see. So I'm wondering if that could be what pushes down. Be right back. Yeah, yeah. So but yeah, like, and look at, we have this resistance, and we have this support. So this line is definitely important. So I'm wondering if this could be maybe where we possibly start ranging for the rest of the day before maybe moving up. Damn, that was a good sell though, right there. Even from the flip of that. The flip of that would have been, you're already 10 pips in a profit. And then you could be break even at this part right here as a vantage point. But yeah, it's like it's happening right at 3. I believe that's when like New York opens. Not like the market open, but like let's say like London in a sense. The London Open is at midnight for me at 12, but I believe it, like, I guess the official time is at like 10. So it's kind of the same thing for New York, where like the actual opening is at 5. It's for me. It's 8 p.m. for most, or 8 a.m. and then 5 is like the time it starts. Damn, look at that. Boom, boom. But yeah, we have, like I said, we have this support here. We have this resistance here. We have resistance here. Kind of have this resistance under there. Yeah. Damn. Look at that. That was the move. 51. That would already be up 20 pips. Damn. It's all good. I'm already going to have to get going. I wish I didn't have to, but I'm going to have to get going. I got to get to work. I'll be on for Dawn's stream, though. You guys will see me under the Clips channel, like always. So yeah, so make sure you guys go sub up to this Clip channel if you guys aren't subbed up yet. We're at 892, almost at 900. If anybody else is still here that hasn't subbed yet. But yeah. Damn, this video did pretty good. Did 358 views. Oh, I forgot about that. It is his birthday. And I wouldn't want him to get into a trade on his birthday and be draw down and have to be stuck on stream all day. I forgot about that. Damn, I forgot about that. Yeah, so I think this could be the targets we might be looking for. Like, we might need to tap this. Well, we just tapped it, and now we might need to tap this. So if we need to tap this bottom area, we could probably start working our way down here before the news, and then once the news comes out, it might wick down maybe before possibly pushing up or something. But oh, I wonder if this could be a flip right here. Flip here to here. Maybe 13 pips to that top. 25 to there. Oh man, that was kind of risky. I almost wanted to. But now I'm gonna have to get going. I know, I wish. But now I'm gonna have to get going to work right now. I think this might push down, to be honest. Yeah, that's the move. There it is. Damn, I should have took that flip. If I would have took that flip, I would have been in and out already. 9-8. Yeah, I would have been 10 pips already. Oh darn it! It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, guys. I'll hopefully see you guys for Dawn's stream. Hopefully he's streaming for that, but we'll see how he does. Oh, there it goes. Damn, look at that. Push. But yeah, alright guys, thank you guys for showing up. Thank you Lasik for that 10. I appreciate you a lot, bro. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the help always. And I'll see you guys for New York and Dawn's stream if he streams. We'll see if he streams. It is his birthday, but yeah, it's Dawn's birthday. The 10th is his birthday, so we'll see how it see if he streams or not. But if he doesn't, then I'll probably be on tomorrow for London again. And obviously I'll be in for Wix's stream too, but look at that. Damn. Push. Damn, I should have got into that. That would have been nice. But all good, bros. I'll see you guys. Damn.